What is up, guys? Welcome. Excuse me. Welcome to another live stream. Still trying to get set up here. Let's see. There we go. What's up, guys? Welcome to another live session right here at Coach Diana Gladney on Facebook. And if you don't know, I am a small business and personal development coach. I help the 9-to-5 woman help you transition your passion into the business that you love. And today on this live stream, we're actually going to be talking about how you can turn your skills, your gifts, your talents into income. So if you're just joining us or if you're watching this on the replay, thanks for tuning in. Let's jump right into the content. So I'm super pumped about today. It's been a minute since I've done a live stream, and I just like doing these. These are really neat to do, very comfortable to do. If you haven't done a live stream before in your business or you're not comfortable with video, we can touch on that in a little bit, but I want to jump right into today's content. So we're talking about how can you turn your skills into income. A lot of people have issues with this particular topic because you're multi-talented, you're multi-passionate, you're multi-gifted. You have all of these different things that you can do, but you're really not sure of which one of those that you really should do. And so typically when you're all over the place, that means you're really not going anywhere because there's no set plan, there's no set agenda, there's no set anything. So you just find yourself wandering about, or you're dabbling in this, you're dabbling in that. You start over here, you start a little bit over here, you see a Facebook ad for this and this looks great. And let me touch on this and let me, it's all over the place. I get it. So let's jump into some things that you can do. I'm just going to give you about 3 quick tips and then a free gift at the end, or the ability to have a free gift. And I'm going to tell you about a brand new training right here at dianagladney.com, or it's available like on dianagladney.com. But anyway, let's get to it. So today I'm talking about, like I said, how can you turn your skills into income? And a lot of people typically don't believe. Sometimes you just feel like your gifts, or if you feel like it's a gift, that it's not really all that, so to speak. It's okay. It's just like, oh, I just like to draw. It's no big deal. I just like to paint. It's no big deal. Or I just sing just for fun, just because I want to. Who cares? Nobody, is thinking about me doing that, or nobody would pay me to do that thing. When in reality, sometimes that's one of the things that you should be doing and that you should be focusing on. And so there is a lot of times different things that we can do, and sometimes it just kind of breaks down into 2 major categories. So the first thing could be knowing if you should have a business online or should you have a business that's local. And sometimes there's like this great big divide between if you need online, if you're a local business, and if online needs anything local wise, like billboards, decals on cars, business cards is a big one. Do they need any of that stuff when you're just a business? Like, oh, I'm just a hair salon. I don't need to do, social media. People know my shop, or enough people know me or connected to me through my personal Facebook page. I really don't need to do anything else. All of these things are false. Online entrepreneurs are entrepreneurs, period. Local entrepreneurs are entrepreneurs, period. The way that we tend to do business, it depends on who we're trying to reach and who we're trying to connect with. And the reason why we want to connect with them, the reason why we want to talk to them, and all of that is dependent upon who our customer is. Who are we serving? Who are we talking to? I've talked about this on other videos, as well as on the small business startup.com on the website. I've talked about this all over the place, right? So knowing who your ideal customer is. Well, based off of that, knowing who to target specifically, who to talk to specifically, knowing all of these different things will kind of let you know if that person prefers to do business locally or if they prefer to do business online. Now, here's the big misconception is that, like I said, if you're online, you don't have to worry about any local type business stuff. Or if you are, vice versa, put it that way. If you're the other, then we all need each other, period. There are some components about having a local business which makes you need online. For example, when you go to Google, you go to google.com, you type in hair salons near your zip code, right? Or restaurants, Mexican restaurants near whatever zip code. And it pulls up a local business because that's what you're looking for, right? You're looking for maybe a place to take your family, go out on a date or whatever, just grab some lunch. Okay, well, just that simple thing right there, just Googling, that's online. That's a portion of having your business online. Yes, that person may come to your local place and sit down for dinner, like if it's an Applebee's or Red Lobster or any of those places. Yeah, you can do that. But then you also, most online businesses, they give you the ability to, well, not online business, but just like restaurants in general, they give you the ability where you can actually order your food online, which is, if I'm typically on the go, that's something I like to do. I'll go online, see if they have that feature available, because chances are if I'm at home or if I'm looking this up, whether it's on my phone or on my laptop, we'll get into that mobile capabilities in just a minute, because that's important too when you think about online. It's not just on the computer. Most people now are going to the internet on their cell phone. But anyway, that's part of the Google My Business. That's literally what it's called. When you set up a business locally, that's something that you want to do. So if you've not done that before and you have a local business, I don't care if you have a website or not, you need to go to Google and figure out how to put your business online, so that when they search in that local area, if you're a mechanic, if you do hair, if you do anything local wise, then you need to have that feature added in. The Google, the Google My Business feature lets people, again, when they're searching for you, have you pop up. So again, just that small bit, most people don't think that's having their business online in a sense, or they may shy away from that because they don't have a website. A website is an important tool for any business, for any entrepreneur to have, especially when you're first getting started. But it's not necessary for you to wait until you think you got the money, however much you think that may cost to set up a website. And there are some very cost efficient ways to get online for as little as $15, $20, even all the way down to, I believe it's $4 a month, through like my affiliate link to help my entrepreneurs get their website going. It's like less than $4 a month to get that going. So, and that's to have your email, that's to have a website and all of that. So it's not as expensive as you may think. It doesn't cost that much. But even if you don't have an online business or like a website, or you think that you're not online, you still need to have an online presence. So this whole local versus online needs to stop. That kind of idea, that thinking, can keep you from having people reach out to you. There are some places that you would never know about if we didn't Google it, the almighty Google, right? And so when you add in that Google My Business feature, even if you're an online business, chances are you live somewhere. Chances are you can meet up with somebody somewhere. So the Google My Business feature, it works for both parties. I've done this one, especially when I work with nonprofits. That's one of the things that we do, which is set up the Google My Business feature so that people can find you. If you don't have a website, guess what you have that's almost just as good as one? A Facebook page. And that's one of my most viewed, most watched, most searched videos on YouTube, which is how to set up a Facebook page 2017, and you'll see my video pop up. I've had, I think it's over 2,000 or so something views now, or could be more, I'm not sure. But it gets watched a lot, because people want to know how to put their business online. And Facebook is an easy, super simple way to do that. So whether you have an online business or you consider yourself an online entrepreneur, or if you have a business that's more locally centered, you need to have a presence set up online. And then another thing with that is these business cards. So I talked about these, and this is a guy that is a firearms trainer. I picked this up when I was going to pick up my firearm. And so this is a business card. Otherwise, I wouldn't know about this guy if I didn't have his business card. But guess what? This guy also has an online presence. He has his Twitter profile on here. He has his email account, which just is as simple as a Gmail account. He has an address on here. I'm not sure if that's maybe it could be to a particular range. So again, turning your skills into income. So most people will think that, again, just coming into the world of entrepreneurship, that you don't need these anymore, that these are obsolete, that you can just tell them to Google me, Facebook me, whatever. How many of you know when you pull out your cell phone, it's a wrap. Like, it's over. It is over. Whatever you were going to do, as soon as a Facebook notification, a tweet comes through, a personal message, whatever, like, you're not looking this person up at all. You're not looking them up. And so one thing that you need to do is don't think that, again, if you have an online business, that you don't need some of these. You may have, like, where you're in network marketing, or you may be involved in, like I said, it's just something like a one-off skill that you may do. Maybe you don't have a salon yet, but you know how to do hair. Personal branding, personal branding, personal branding. I guess one of the focuses that I'm going to be teaching on this year is personal branding. This is super important. Even if you don't have anything else set up, you can get a card with your name, with an email address on it, and a phone number. Again, Google provides it all, literally. You can go to Vistaprint.com, and I'm going to throw that in here right now. So if you've never heard of it before, but most people have, and I don't have an affiliate link ready or anything like that, but Vistaprint.com, you can get these. Now, this guy's card is not the best looking. I'm just being completely honest. There's nothing appealing about it. I've even bent the corners, messing around with it, cleaning my nails, under my nails sometimes if I get something under there, because I keep this in my wallet, but I keep it. Why? Because this is something that's important to me, which is to learn how to use my firearms properly. This is somebody that was highly recommended to me by a person at the shop. And like I said, his card is not that appealing, but his skills are. So turning your skills and the things that you have into legit business, bringing that into, like, creating income with that. I don't care what his card looks like. I don't care that he has a Gmail account, because all of that is placed underneath his skills and his abilities and what he can teach me and what he can help me to do. And more than that, what end result is he going to bring to me? That's the important thing. That's the key quality, that when you're first bringing your business into the world, it really doesn't matter. Like, that is important. I highly recommend that you have your own website so that it can be, at, like, so it's for example, my email address is like one of them is Diana@thesmallbusinessstartup.com. Okay. Well, I also have the URL Diana.com, so that if you type in Diana.com, it still takes you to the same place. You know what I mean? So, like, again, so it could be Diana@DianaGladney.com. My name, my personal brand, my business, not at gmail.com, because anybody, like, before I'm done saying this sentence, you can set up a Gmail account, another Gmail account, and another Gmail account. So Gmail accounts don't necessarily give you the level of professionalism, but again, your skills can override that. The things and the end result that you can bring to somebody can override any of that stuff. So it really doesn't matter in comparison. So again, don't shy away from not doing it because you think you need to have so much money, or you think it takes whatever to start up a website and all of that. Facebook page, Google Voice number, and you just go on Google.com, search Google Voice, it'll come up. You can connect to this Gmail account that you set up for your business, which I hope is temporary. Set that up. Get a Google Voice number. Now you have a phone number for your business, or is this a secondary number that you have for your business? Because as a woman, you will meet some characters out there, like, and they'll say, "Oh yeah, you can definitely help me with my business." Be like, "No, sir, I can't help you with anything. I can't help you. Let me recommend you a male entrepreneur coach that can help you with your." Oh no, it has to be no. I assure you, this other person is going to be the one. So if you're a woman, especially, like, you don't want to give your personal phone numbers out, because it's very easy for those professional and personal lines to get blended. It's like, "Oh yeah, I want to get to know you better." No, you don't. We're not doing that here. So that's just another quick tip. So local versus online business, like, we need each other. We need one another. And there are different components about each that are important when you talk about turning your skills into income, because something as simple as this, I would have forgotten about this guy months ago. I would have forgot about it months ago, but this is important because the skills, the end result that it's going to bring to me, are more important than anything that's actually really printed on it. So what is the perceived value in what you're bringing? And we're going to talk about that coming up in just a second here. So then, and that's honestly the next thing, which is know your value. before there can be a perceived value, basically what other people think about what you have to offer and how much it costs, okay, you have to know your value. You have to know, like, this person, for him to even go this far, to have a card, to have a business, go even as simple as the step to set up a Gmail account, probably put his real cell phone number on the card. And it's like no other choice. No other choice is the name of the firearms training. Simple name, simple message. Know your value. So what is the value that you're going to bring to the people on the other end, that person that you're introducing yourself to? Or like this was a referral. This was a referral to me. And so if somebody else was recommending your business, and I get referrals pretty often, what are they saying about you? So they have to perceive a value, but you have to present a value first. So what is the value that you're going to present to somebody as to the reason as to why they should begin to do business with you, why they should be just caring about whatever it is that you're doing, right? So again, not the perceived value, what they think already. No, what are you bringing to the table? How do you present yourself? How are you talking about yourself? And one of the things that I don't really like, that I see a lot with new entrepreneurs, is they feel like they can't be themselves. They have to be this person that they saw on TV or that you saw in your textbooks from high school that's in a business suit, that's whatever. Because I was about 2% away. I was already up to 98%. I was about 2% away from wearing my hat. And I was just like, well, I'll just leave it off today because I'd like to wear my hat, my baseball caps, the one that says I am, and then I have one that's a St. Louis Cardinal hat. And so that's just me. I just like to wear hats. If you saw me in person, more than likely, especially like in summertime or spring, I'd probably be wearing some kind of baseball hat. And I got another one that I'm thinking about that I want to get soon. So again, like, you be yourself. Again, personal branding. Your value, you have to know your value, so that it doesn't matter if you were in shorts and a t-shirt, golf clothes, a suit, pajamas. It doesn't matter. Your value, you have to know what your value is. And you don't have to pretend to be anybody else for that value to come out. For example, like when I first got started in business, many of you guys know that I got started in network marketing many years ago. I'm saying many years ago like I'm so old. But that was just like that, really, as an adult, getting involved. That's what that was for me. And so you see all of this stuff, or you think all of this stuff when you think about business, and it's just not you. It doesn't have the same tone as you. It doesn't listen to the same kind of music as you. You think it's uppity. It's kind of stuck up sound. Just like everything about it is just off. Like, instead of me talking to you like I would be talking to you as if we sat across the table from one another, and I was just sitting like, hey, my name is Diana Gladney, and I'm a professional business coach. Welcome to DianaGladney.com. Today we're going to be talking. No, it's like, it's fake. It's not real. It's not really you. Like, it just feels weird just to even pretend for that half a second to do that. Like, you have to be yourself, your true, genuine, authentic self, for people to really want to connect with you and want to do business with you. And the people that don't want to do business with you, even better. You have to know your value, and knowing your value is walking your talk. Walking your talk. So if you say, like, girl, I can hook your hair up in 2 hours, do it. Do it. Show it. Again, face it. So at that point, let's say you are a hairstylist. So the best avenue, social media would be Instagram, something that's very photogenic. So Instagram, Pinterest, and you showing all that different stuff along with your Facebook page. But primarily, because marketing is better in that area as far as things that are, again, more photogenic. So that's where you would go. That's where you're sharing. So walk your talk. Do what you say you're actually going to do. And it's not just waiting for the business to come. Again, know your value. So that also goes into the next thing, which is knowing exactly what you're offering. So don't, just because somebody has an interest in you, they like the way you're talking, they're really, they're connecting with you just based off of you being you, right? So if this person is connecting with you, then don't try to be somebody else. Like, know exactly what you're offering, and don't get distracted with the stuff you see on Facebook or anywhere else on the internet. Like, you'll see something and they may be in the same kind of business as you, and you'll be like, dang, I should do that, or dang, I should look, or maybe let me do this, let me change this up. It's easy to get into that shiny object syndrome, and you get to the point to where you finally get customer or a client or somebody that wants to do business with you in front of you, and then you start offering all this other stuff. Instead of focusing on the 2 or 3 things that you know you really can offer well, you start trying to adapt and incorporate and be the everything man. You can't be the everything man. You can't reach everyone. It's the saying out there, and I'm most familiar with Marie Forleo, excuse me. I'm most familiar with her saying it, which is, if you're talking to everybody, you're talking to nobody. So again, I'm specifically talking to the 9-to-5 woman, working woman that's an entrepreneur, right? I'm specifically talking to her. Are there men that watch? Yes. Are there men that I do business with? Yes, absolutely. However, I'm specifically talking to one person, and everybody else is welcome to listen along, right? Who are you specifically talking to? So again, it's like knowing exactly what you offer will say, yes, I do this kind of business, and no, I don't do this kind of business. Yes, I offer this thing. No, I do not offer this thing. And be okay with that. You're not losing business. You're actually saving yourself from having frustration, from being upset, from just a bunch of other stuff. Like, you're saving yourself from those issues that come later on down the line in this bad situation to be in when you have frustrations with people and you're trying to deal with difficult people. Like, leave that stuff alone. Just leave it alone. Say, I offer a 2-piece chicken wing meal with a biscuit. I offer a 3-piece chicken wing meal with a biscuit, and I offer a 10-piece family meal with a biscuit. Can you tell that I'm hungry right now? It's offer 2-piece, a 3-piece, and a 10-piece. If you don't do catering, don't say, yeah, I can hook you up. Don't worry. Oh, we can make that happen, unless you can. But if you can't, and you know you only have the capacity to do a 2-piece, a 3-piece, and a 10-piece with a biscuit, just stick to your guns and know you're like, well, I wanted a 17-piece. Can you do that? And it's like, nope, I do a 2-piece, a 3-piece, and a 10-piece. If you want 2 10-pieces, I can do that. Or if you want a couple 3-pieces, I can do that. Which one would you prefer? And again, it doesn't matter what kind of service that you offer. And you can tweak things sometimes to be more, just to, better connect with people. Sometimes you can make small tweaks. Or if you do offering catering packages, if this is your restaurant and you're offering these chicken meals, then do that. Know that that's an option. Where if it's over 40 pieces or more, that's considered catering, but it has to be 40 or more. Stick to your guns about the stuff that you're saying. Again, and then that way that helps you be able to know your value. And then that runs into the next thing that I'm talking about. And then we're done, almost done, is how much do you charge? Again, you can't know that if you don't know your own value, if you don't know exactly what it is that you're doing, if you don't know exactly who it is that you're serving, then you can't know how much you're going to charge. You can't throw ballpark figures out there. And if you have variable pricing, which means like you can range from $2 to $1,200, like that's too big of a gap. Most people, like they don't think like that. We don't buy like that as consumers. We want to know, is it $12? Is it $20 or is it $200? Like, give me the set price. Don't say, well, I'll hook you up this time and it'll be $197. Then next time you'll pay $200, but then do it now because in 3 more minutes it's going to go up to $297. It's like no, that's going to turn into I'm not buying today. Don't worry about it. I'm walking away. Leave me alone. Right? No, dudes, like 2-piece chicken is $5. 3-piece chicken is $6, and then a 10-piece is $20. Those are my prices. That's what I charge. I don't adjust those prices for anybody. I don't care if it's grandma, mama, uncle, daddy, whoever. It's $10 for everybody, right? So know your prices. Stick to your guns. Stick to your guns, and it can't be like, well, we're friends, right? Or we're family. We're family. Hook a sister up, right? And you're like, no, I don't hook anybody up. This is a business, especially when you first get started. This is a business. You can't do that with people, because then I'll tell you what happens. It's because on the back end, or if somebody has mutual friends or whatever, because Facebook is the great connector. It tells you who all your mutual friends are with people that you know and don't want to know. They'll get to them, hey, Diana, right? Yeah. She has these chicken meals, right? So how much did you pay for the 10-piece? Well, I got a deal. I got it for 20% off. Really? She told me it was full price. Then they're going to come back to you and say, hey, you gave such and such a deal and a discount. Why you can't hook me up? Not saying that you can't give people a discount or you can't offer something, but make it across the board, because then the people that paid full price before are going to come back and be like, hey, you cheated me or whatever. Now, it's one thing like when you're talking about restaurant kind of style of business, or maybe you have like, you know, shoes, anything that we're typically used to buying, but services, that doesn't work well for services. And so unless you are specifically having like a sale, you know, like Memorial Day is coming up. So let's say there's a Memorial Day sale. It's for everybody. It's for this coffee mug. It's for this whatever. So it's this one thing, right? It's this one thing at this time, from this date to this date, from this time to this time. That's my price. So these are some simple ways that you can start to turn your ideas into income. So again, it goes back into few points that we pointed out, which is again, like dismiss the whole local versus online. And we went over some of those traits, but again, know that you need both. If you're a local business, you need online. And if you're online, you need local aspects of business too. Know your value. Know that you know your value. Know exactly what you're offering so that you know exactly how much that you're going to be charging. And all of these things are important when you're talking about creating income from your skills, gifts, abilities, and talents. If you know exactly what you can do, you know how much your offer is, you know how much it's worth, you know the value, you know how much this is worth. And you can, you know, hey, other chicken places, they cost this or they serve this, and I do no hormones and free roam, whatever chickens, they're happy and go lucky chickens. You know, this is what the value is. I'm sorry if this price isn't suiting or fitting for you, but this is what we have. Maybe I can recommend you to somebody else that will be able to better help you. But this is what we have. And you can only say that when you know all of those things, know your value, know how much you're going to charge, and know that it's worth something. Every skill that you have, every gift, every talent, every ability that you have is worth something. It does have a value. And your skills, your talents, your abilities are things that you need to bring to the world. There are skills that you need to bring to the table. So know those three important factors that I point out to help you turn your skills into income. And I hope that you got value out of it. Now, if you are someone that maybe you've been procrastinating for a while, maybe you haven't taken action on just creating your business and you weren't sure on how you can turn your ideas into income. You weren't sure on maybe kind of business name to pick. You don't really know how to set up a website. Like you don't know any of this stuff, or you got some information, but you don't have all of the information. I actually put together a complete video training. Complete video training walks you through literally step by step by step. I give you time to actually go through and follow through on exactly everything that I'm talking about, from creating your business name, from actually determining what business entity you need to be to actually create that business, and how to actually bring that business online, how to set up a website, some startup financial tips. There's some different things like even with taxes and whatnot. Like I literally walk you through the entire beginning steps to actually creating your business. And right now, for a limited time only, I'm offering that course, the Startup Entrepreneur's Blueprint, for $7. Yeah, $7. That's it, $7 US. So how can you get this information? How can you know exactly how to set your business up? Maybe you already kind of know what business you want to set up, or maybe you got an EIN number. You're like, well, can I do business now? Is that right? Teach you exactly what you need to know from the state side, no matter what U.S. state you're located in, as well as from the federal side, so that you can be completely compliant on both ends and know exactly what to look forward to. Like I wish this was available when I was first getting started as an entrepreneur. So how can you get this? I'm going to tell you. Go to startupblueprint.live. Again, that's startupblueprint.live. And for a limited time, I'm offering this course for $7. This course is worth way more, way more. I know it. I've had other people take a look at it and they just been blown away at the value, at the quality. Like I get it, but it's important to me to help you get to where you want. Like I get tired of coming across people and like what they have inside of them is so valuable. It's so incredible. Like they deserve to have a business because there are people out there crying for help, wishing that they had a counselor, wishing that they could just remove the hassle of having to do their own hair, or remove the hassle of whatever kind of business that you want to start, whatever skills that you have that you want to create into income. Like people want those skills. People need those skills. People need your help. So I created the Startup Entrepreneur Blueprint just to be able to help you create the business, have some insights, and know exactly what to do. Like you literally watch over my shoulder while I create a business. And I'll walk you through step by step so that you don't feel lost anywhere in between. And you can go to startupblueprint.live to check that out. So I hope that you got value from this live stream. I completely enjoyed sitting and chatting with you guys for the, how many minutes have we been on now? 20, maybe 20 or so minutes. I don't know. Anyhow, thanks for tuning in to today's live session on how to turn your skills into income. And as always, my friends, live with passion. I will see you guys later. Take care, everyone. I will see you guys later. Bye.